So we're moving on to moving on to question number 4 and part D. And we have a -7 outside of x subtract 2 in the bracket equal. Okay. Pause a little while, reflect a little while before rushing to multiply. Certain things you can do is doing a little separation of terms. Okay, inside of the bracket. This is a negative sign, -7 times. There's a times automatically going on there between the 7 and the bracket. Inside of the bracket, you have an x and you have a -2. Okay, you will say x subtract 2, yes, but you can also say, very correctly say, x and a -2. Okay, x and a -2. Okay, here you have these examples where your exponent, where your number outside of the bracket is a negative. Okay, if you want to do a little separation of terms inside of the bracket, you cannot do this. This is wrong. What you have is an x and a -2. Anytime a space is created between terms, you can put a little and. This is x and the -2. When you're multiplying, it's -7 times x and you can write the and in. Remember, you are creating a foundation for later on. So not just do it and then actually do it, you know. Think about it a little bit, you know, interact with it. A -7 yes, -7 times -2. Okay. So not because we have a negative sign there, just multiply and rush and put -14. Rush and put a negative sign. We have multiplied it, so we cannot subtract. Because according to BEDMAS, please take note, you have to multiply before you subtract. We have multiplied it. Okay. BEDMAS say we have to multiply, brackets, exponent, divide, multiply before we add or subtract. So unless this haven't been done yet, I cannot write my final answer. So let us multiply. So when we multiply -7 by x, we get a -7x. And when we multiply -7 by -2, we get in a +14. Okay, so be very careful when you are multiplying by the number outside of the bracket, like how you have it in the assignment questions. That's number 4. Here they are. You are multiplying by a -2. Okay, especially there. When you're multiplying, the rush and put a negative sign because you have multiplied -6 by -3 yet. That's a -3. Okay, so you can apply the separation of terms inside of the bracket. You don't have to make it, you know, so dramatic like how I have it, but you know, a little separation will give you an idea as to what you are doing. You know, think about what you are doing. -7 times -2, and do the multiplication before you write the answer. Okay? Because look, you have it there, a +40.